I recently caught myself having this dark, unsettling thought. My grandfather worked at a factory, came home, actually rested, and built a summer cabin. My father was an engineer, and he also had time to live, take vacations, and never lived paycheck to paycheck. And me? I grind like there's no tomorrow. I've got 3 income streams, evening projects, and my laptop tucked under my arm even when I'm walking the dog. I do everything modern productivity gurus tell us to do. But every single month, the exact same thing happens. Money comes in and vanishes with the chemical precision of a radioactive isotope. And I asked myself a question that honestly gives me chills. If I'm working twice as much as I did 5 years ago, why do I have half as much free cash? Have you ever asked yourself that exact same question? Admit it. We've all been conditioned to think it's inflation, high prices, or the fact that we just aren't earning enough. But the truth is way more cynical and way deeper. Welcome to the real world of hidden budget shrinkage. And today, we're tearing this trap apart bone by bone, because we can't keep living like this. Let's start with the fundamental discovery from our laboratory. Write this down. Exhaustion is ridiculously expensive. How does the average person think at the end of a brutal workday? I've been grinding for 10 hours straight. I'm completely burned out. I've earned the right to unwind. Your brain is fried and it's screaming for a dopamine hit right here, right now. And what do? You don't walk to the grocery store to buy fresh veggies and cook a decent meal. You open a food delivery app. You order takeout with a 150% markup. You call an Uber because a packed bus looks like a circle of hell. What actually just happened? Technically, you earned your money today. But because you completely burned yourself out at work, you immediately handed a third of that cash right back to corporations, just for the privilege of not dying from exhaustion tonight. You're paying twice. First, you sell your health and time for a paycheck. And then you burn that exact same paycheck to erase the damage caused by that hustle. That's not a regular expense. That's a penalty fine for not knowing how to manage your energy. The system is literally designed to bleed an exhausted person dry. You grind yourself to the bone just to pay to fix the damage caused by the grind. The loop is closed. But fine, food at least gives you calories. Let's move on to what I call digital termites. A month ago, I decided to run a ruthless, total audit of my finances over the past 6 months. And you know what? My eyes started twitching. Who here even remembers why you subscribed to that meditation app for $3.99 a month? Or that cloud storage plan holding literally one blurry photo of your cat? Or that smart fitness app you opened exactly once on the Monday after New Year's? When you tried to reinvent yourself, our brains are wired in a funny way. A $3 or $5 charge doesn't hurt. To your brain, it's just background noise. But if you multiply that noise by 12 months, add a dozen forgotten subscriptions, weather apps in Antarctica, gaming microtransactions, and useless software extensions, boom, in a single year, you've basically sponsored some random tech startup to the tune of a brand new TV or a solid vacation. Here's a direct assignment for you right now. While you're watching this video, hit pause. Open your mobile banking app, find the recurring payments and subscriptions tab. If you haven't opened that app or service in the last 30 days, kill it without mercy. You are not an investor in that company, you're a charity donor. Corporations literally survive on our forgetfulness. But let's go deeper, because it gets even worse. There's a trap that's even thinner, slicker, and more dangerous. Let's call it lifestyle and social status inflation. The second we start making a tiny bit more money, our brain immediately whispers, listen, you're not a broke college student anymore. Get a newer phone so you're not embarrassed to put it on the table. Take out a car loan for something nicer. Upgrade your wardrobe, you deserve to look successful. And the scariest part, we buy things we genuinely do not need, with money we haven't even earned yet, just to impress people we couldn't care less about. I remember the days when I bought a ridiculously expensive smartphone on credit. Walked around looking like a boss, while my fridge was literally empty. Who was I trying to prove something to? The sales guy at the store. My neighbor who couldn't care less what model phone I have? We work ourselves to death to buy a status symbol that devours all our disposable income. That is hidden budget shrinkage in its purest form. Your income went up by 20%, but your mandatory bills, loans, and flex expenses went up by 30%. You got richer on paper, but broke in reality. How do you break this vicious cycle? Stop whining and complaining, and let's look at some cold, hard math. Most people live by the classic bankrupt formula. Income minus expenses equals savings if anything is even left over. Spoiler alert from real life. Nothing is ever left over for anyone. Modern economics is engineered to suck every last penny out of you, no matter how much you make. Memorize the wealthy person's formula that actually saved my wallet and my sanity. Income minus savings equals expenses. The second your paycheck, freelance fee, or project payout hits your account, your very first move is to set aside a fixed percentage, at least 10%, into a separate account, preferably one that doesn't have a debit card attached with one-click mobile spending. Build an artificial barrier for yourself. To touch that money, you have to physically get up, get dressed, and walk to a bank branch or an ATM. Remember, laziness is your wallet's best and most reliable bodyguard, and you only try to survive the rest of the month on whatever is left after that strict deduction. You know what the wildest part is? The moment you do this, your brain instantly snaps out of hibernation. It stops buying $5 lattes on the commute, starts hunting for deals, and cuts out all the mental and consumer clutter. You start living on your actual earned means, instead of taking out a loan against your own future. Stop wearing your exhaustion like a badge of honor. Bragging about grinding 12 hours a day while your pockets are empty isn't a superpower. It's a symptom of a broken system. Save your nerves, patch the leaks in your budget, get rid of those digital termites. Stop paying fines for your own burnout, and make your money work just as hard as you do. If this video made you rethink your wallet, hit the like button. Drop a comment telling me how many digital termites and forgotten subs you found in your bank app. And make sure to subscribe to the channel. In the next episode, we're breaking down the ironclad Parkinson's law: why the second your salary goes up, your expenses magically scale up by the exact same amount, and how to smash that law once and for all. Take care of yourselves, your money, and your time. See you next time.